We are joined here today by sophomore Cameron Hill. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing, Bo? Thanks for having me.
Of course, and well, thank you for giving us some of your time for this week's edition of 5 Minutes With. Before we get started with the fun questions, let me ask about the upcoming season. What are you most looking forward to, and how's practice been?
Practice has been really good, actually. We've been bringing a bunch of intensity to the table. After having our showcase out in LA, it was an eye-opener to a lot of the younger ones. They kept thinking that it was going to be like high school, and I kept trying to warn them and tell them, like, it's nothing like high school. It's going to be an eye-opener and a shocker. So after, getting that taste, that little shock, it pretty much gave everybody a mindset and a goal to focus towards. Like, they know what they need now in order to accomplish certain things. And practice has been really intense. We've been going against each other. It gets to the point where we get so angry at each other where we don't want to talk until practice is over. We just want to handle our business and stuff. And in the season, I'm really looking forward to playing a bunch of the teams that beat us last year, especially the ones that were really close games.
Sure.
Because if we had the potential and the chemistry that we had at the end of the season and played them again, the outcome would have been way different.
Absolutely. I mean, just recalling back to last season, there were so many games that we were in, and at most times we actually had the lead towards the closing seconds there and failed to convert. And last season we were 10-17.
Yeah.
What are some of your personal goals for the season?
My personal goal for this season mainly is to pass on what I've learned to everybody younger than me, because they look up to me, I'm starting to see.
Sure.
And if I don't bring it to the table, then I know that they're not going to either, because I pretty much bring the energy to the team. And I also want other people to be on the team the same way as I am. Like, I want it to where even if I'm not in the game, somebody else can motivate somebody else can lead the team, and somebody else can deliver the final blow against the team when we're neck and neck.
Absolutely. No, I mean, one of the things that I always talked with Coach Nichols about with you is, when you're especially down low in the post, you're unstoppable.
Yeah.
I believe your field goal percentage last year was 62%, 63%, 11 points, 14 points per game, and those are some pretty good numbers that, going into this season, that, as you mentioned, a lot of the younger players and new players transferring in or coming in from different countries is going to be looking towards you.
Yeah, and I appreciate that so much.
Now, as far as team goals, I know you mentioned, there were a couple of things last season that the team didn't entirely gel towards the end of the season. Do you think the practices now, you guys are headed towards that?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of stuff accomplished. It was mainly everybody coming in, and there was only 2 sophomores. Everybody was pretty much freshmen, first time playing college ball.
Yep.
Everybody thought they were the superstar. They're so used to having the ball in their hands that, giving up that selfish play to pass it one more time, or make that extra rebound or box somebody out. All the little things correlates, and it all makes a difference.
Absolutely.
And now that we're all sophomores now, and all the little freshmen are coming in, they're kind of seeing how we play.
Yes.
And we're constantly lecturing them and telling them and correcting them, no, don't do this, do this.
Sure.
And they listen, even though they might act stubborn sometimes. They watch us and they listen.
Sure.
So we got to set the example, and we've been really focusing and going towards the things that we need to do. We've been boxing out more. We already know that our offensively, we're a complete threat. It's just been our defense and stuff. But we got some players now that are bringing defense to the table, and we just been working on defense and making sure no team can get those buckets on us.
I want to put you a little bit on the spot here. Now, if I were to ask you what type of a team are we going to be this season, I know it's early, but if there was a word, if there was something that would describe how this team is starting to come together, what would it be, and how would you describe us?
One word for our team, I'd say dangerous. Because most people will look at our team and just get intimidated just by the size and the people on our team already. I mean, our guys walk around with confidence, and that's not due to us being cocky. It's because we've already been through that struggle. We've already been through the several mistakes to the point where we know what we need to do now. There is no more getting on the court, being afraid to pull that shot, being afraid to do this. It's over with now. We're all sophomores now. We've outgrown that.
Got it.
We're not kids anymore.
Yep.
So our team is, in a sense, dangerous because we're ready to bring that edge, that dog to the table. And other teams, although they might have a lot of bark, they don't have as much bite as we do.
Love it. Now we're gonna get to the fun part of this interview. We're gonna do rapid questions with 5 minutes with Cameron.
Okay.
Tell me the first things that come out of your mind. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, I gotta say Three Brothers.
Okay.
Or Four Brothers, I'm sorry.
Best place to eat here at Mesa College. What's your go-to when you're hungry?
I like to go to the Mesa Cafe, and over where it's Boar's Head, I believe. That's where they serve like healthy salads and healthy foods in order
So
to keep
you
myself.
go for the sandwiches and you
Yeah.
go for that. Okay. Favorite type of music?
I listen to all types of music, but I like rap, R&B, like smooth music.
Okay. Now put you on the spot again. Who are your favorite rappers and R&B singers?
My favorite rappers, I'd have to go with currently DaBaby, that's out right now. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and like several others that fall into that category. I just have so many, especially because I make music myself.
Oh, you do? Now
Yeah.
tell me about that.
I'm really passionate about it, really focusing on it, and I've been like displaying my music here and there to other people, and people have been telling me that to keep going. And
Sure.
me personally, I don't think it sounds good enough, but people keep saying like, bro, you could really be a rapper right now. And I guess I could say I like that about myself.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever good enough, so I don't ever quit until like I'm really satisfied. So I keep pushing myself constantly in everything I do.
Well, we're gonna have to put a link on this video about where to find your music.
All right.
Is there any
Appreciate
specific type of music you listen to before a game?
I like to listen to an aggressive type song, you know, that really gets me into that dog mentality, you know, something that really angers me. And then I try to bring up something old, you know, from the past, or imagine a guy on the other team, like their best scorer, you know, doing something despicable, as if like disrespecting my mom or disrespecting one of my teammates and
Got
stuff. So I already go into the game already hating him.
Sure.
So I can shake his hand and, you know, still be a
Yep.
good, down-to-earth player, down-to-earth guy. But on the court, you're my enemy. Off the court, we're friends. We can be cool, but I'm trying to win the game.
If you're stranded on an island, what are 3 things you would bring with you?
My knowledge, my power, and my ability to learn things. Because I believe with those 3 things, anybody's unstoppable. If you're always willing to change and always willing to learn new things, you're always able to overcome any type of situation that is before you.
I love it. Besides the music and basketball, what do you like to do in your spare time?
I like to work out. I like to read. I really like to go over like hard words that I've never seen before, like train my brain. You know, I just learned a new word called stoic, and I find out it's part of my personality. It's a person who can really take a situation that's like very heavily, where most people would freak out, but they stay calm in a situation. And I guess you could say that's how athletes are, because you have to be stoic under pressure. Because there's a lot of people who crack under pressure in the final seconds of a game, you know, whether it be soccer, boxing, or anything like that. If you're able to deal with that pressure, then that's a true talent right there.
Now, last question for you. You can have lunch with anybody, living or not. Who would those 3 be and why?
I'd have to say one would be Kawhi Leonard. One, the guy is just an amazing basketball player. He also started here in San Diego, you know, SDSU, which is where I'm hoping I can maybe go, transfer, follow in his footsteps maybe. I play similar to his style. So he's a post, semi-guard that can shoot, and I'm just trying to like fit into that category as well. I've been working on my shot all summer, so that would be right up the alley. Another person would be Obama. He's very, very smart, and like he probably has so much knowledge. I just really want to sit down and like pick his brain about politics and other things. I'm really passionate about logical things like that. So it would be really interesting to sit down with the first black president of the United States of America and see like how did it feel? Like you were the first, like what was it like? Things like that. Then the last person I would have to pick would be my grandfather, who passed away. He was really, really crazy about basketball. He pushed my mom and even my father to go on to the next levels and play at college. But he died before I even, you know, got to middle school. And my mom was constantly telling me stories like, if your grandfather was here, he would have you in the gym, he would have you doing this, have you doing that. And I just like looked down on my man. I wish I would have had that. You know, one more person that's there to support me and help me
Sure.
to, you know, get to the next level. Everything helps.
Well, Cameron, thank you for your time. We went a little bit above our 5 minutes, but getting to know you has definitely been a pleasure the last year and a half here at Mesa. And our first game is coming up this Saturday, November 2nd at Saddleback College, and we'll be looking out to see how this team does.
Yes.
Awesome, Cam.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.